I created a school online called Mindset Reset. I created a course, I should say, online called Mindset Reset. It's on School, SKOOL. Go ahead, check it out. Now, let's dive into another burning question, right? The best way I can explain who we are is through the tree of life and the tree of knowledge. We came here to experience the tree of knowledge and eat from the tree of life. That's why both of them was in the garden. Not as a punishment, but one was meant for you to experience and the other was meant for you to eat. So let's dive into it. When you eat from the tree of knowledge of good and evil, you begin living inside polarity. Good, bad, right, wrong, light, dark, worthy, unworthy. Because you're eating from it. You're not experiencing these things. Now you're eating it, so they're a part of you. Okay? That's why I said it's very important that you eat from the tree of life and experience the tree of knowledge. And once you live there long enough, you start dividing yourself. You judge yourself. You reject parts of yourself. You bury what you do not want to face. And then you blame people outside of you for it. And what you refuse to face does not disappear. It gets stored in the body, in the aches and pains. It gets stored in your nervous system, in the heart, in the spirit. That is what it means to eat yourself alive. Not always physical, sometimes emotional, sometimes spiritually, sometimes through guilt, shame, fear, resentment, bitterness, wounds you keep feeding. Remember, we were programmed. Keep that in your mind. So how you decided to live your life and all those things is based on your programming. You gotta unlearn a lot of things. So all these things that you've been storing, it becomes like an autoimmune disease of the spirit. The self begins to attack the self because you're abandoning yourself. So you're starting to attack you. The pain you refuse to heal becomes the parasite you keep carrying. And this is what they call the demons. Not outside of you, inside of you. And this is why the tree of life matters. Because the tree of life is unity. It is love. It is wholeness. It is returning to yourself. That's why we eat from that tree and experience the tree of knowledge. It does not mean you become blinded to good and evil. It means you stop being trapped inside the war of it. You can see polarity without becoming a prisoner of polarity. You can recognize darkness without becoming consumed by it. You can understand pain without making pain your identity. That is the higher path. And when we look at the body, we can see reflection of the deeper truth. Autoimmune disease is a real medical condition. It deserves real medical care, real support, and real treatment. But spiritually, many of us are living in the similar pattern. We attack ourselves. We reject ourselves. We shame ourselves. We punish ourselves. We hide from the parts of us asking to be healed. We pass it over to Yahshua to do it. And the more we refuse to look within, the heavier the inner burden becomes heavier and heavier. Father did not want us to eat from that tree because division creates death. Not just the death of the body, the death of the innocence, the death of the peace, the death of unity, the death of your authentic self. Because your authentic self was never born to live in constant warfare within itself. You were born to shine. Not in a boastful way, not in an ego-driven way, but in the purest way ever. You were born to be seen. Seen for who you are, not for who the world told you to become, not for who your pain forced you to pretend to be, not for who you perform to survive, but for the real you, the original you, the OG, the self beneath the shame, the self beneath the fear, the self beneath the judgment. We all want to be seen, not because we are desperate for attention, but because the soul longs to be recognized. And maybe healing begins when you stop eating from the tree that divides you. Experience the tree of knowledge. Eat from the tree of life. And return to the tree that makes you whole. We came here to shine. We came in on a star, like Yahshua. That I will explain to you in my next video. Peace, love, light. This is the Phoenix Voice 74. Welcome to your remembrance.